Hello everyone, Mordai back with another BG Blitz video. Today I'm going over the map Battle for Gilneas. I'm going to be going over how the map works, some strategies, and some changes Blizzard made to the map for this particular mode. This map has 3 nodes. It has Lighthouse, which is the southwest base, closest to the Alliance starting point. It has Mines, northeast base, closest to the Horde starting point. And it has Waterworks, the southeast base. This map is pretty similar to Reivew Basin and DEEPWIND Gorge. It has less nodes and is smaller, and has a few little things that work a little differently than those two maps. You need a couple things you need to remember is the cast time to capture a flag has been reduced from 6 seconds down to 4 seconds, and to gain full control of a particular objective, it now takes 30 seconds, reduced from 1 minute. Unlike DEEPWIND Gorge and Reivew Basin, the flags in Battle for Gilneas remain controlled until the other team captures them. So the map plays like it does normally, but the resources generate faster. So normally in Battle for Gilneas, the way the ticks work in an RBG format is it's 3 points per tick for holding 2 bases, and it's 1 point per tick for holding 1 base. The increased rate that they added to the BG Blitz mode, it's 5 points per tick for 2 bases now, and 2 points per tick for 1 base. Basically, the ticks happen every 1 second. One thing I didn't talk about too much in some of the other videos I've done, on several maps there are new power-up runes. Shield of Protection provides a large absorb shield. Into the Shadows provides a player with increased movement speed and stealth. So any class can use that. It's good for hitting bases, even if you're not a stealth class. Rune of Frequency increases cooldown rate, and Shadow Sight provides stealth invisibility detection. Kind of like it's the exact same thing that you have in Arena. Those little purple orbs that pop up. A few things to do kind of at the start of the battleground. You want to try to assign base sitters, because those will be important on this particular map, because they do not become uncontrolled like DEEPWIND and Reivew Basin. Some classes you can have that are kind of good base sitters. Hunters, Rogues, Guardian Druids are the best, but you could also have a Demon Hunter if you wanted to, because they do have the Spectral Sight. Also remember, like I said, there's the Shadow Sight buff, which allows you to see stealth as well. The little purple orbs, that like the same thing from Arena, just like I talked about. So those are also can be picked up by non-stealth classes if the classes I mentioned above, somebody other than those ends up sitting, because maybe you don't have those particular classes, or you end up having to sit the base yourself because people are refusing to do it. So just keep that stuff in mind. A couple of like basic strategies you can do, and again, this is you're gonna have to kind of probably talk this out at the start. It's going to rely on your team doing it as well. You could have the whole team minus the base sitter go Waterworks. Having 2 bases is, especially with the increased rate of resources, is a big advantage to have 2 bases as fast as you can. So basically, the whole team, like I said, goes to Waterworks. You have 1 base sitter. That base sitter needs to call out if the other team is sending someone to either Lighthouse or Mines, depending on which side you start on. Gain control of Waterworks as fast as you can, get those 2 bases, and make sure you're able to, you have a couple of people that are able to break off and help either Lighthouse or Mines if they need it. Another strategy you can do is the whole team goes Waterworks. If you have a stealth base sitter, which a lot of times that's what it will be, especially if it's a rogue, you could have the base sitter ghost, like again, either Mines or Lighthouse, depending on which side you start on, and try to go hit the opposite side base. Again, either Mines or Lighthouse. So if you start on the Horde side, you would have your rogue cap Mines, go stealth, and then go to Lighthouse to see if maybe they can ninja that. Again, it's risky, but in this game mode, a lot of times people are going to be fighting at Waterworks. So if they base sitter ghosts, they're basically sitter ghosts as well. But there's a lot of different ways that could play out, but that's another one you could do. Another one you could do is the whole team goes to, say if you start on the Alliance side, you cap Mines and the whole team goes, you cap Lighthouse and the whole team will just go to Mines. It's a little bit different strategy, a little bit risky. You're kind of giving the other team Waterworks, so you need to make sure you're taking the base you're after, if you're going to give up Waterworks like that. So you just have the base sitter sit at lighthouse in this situation, and then the whole team just goes to mines, and you're going to be trying to click cap that flag as fast as you can. Last strategy I have for you, and these are all pretty basic strategies, nothing, there's a lot more involved ones too. You could have a small team of 2 DPS or a DPS and healer. Let's say you start on the horde side, you'd cap mines and have it's usually 2 stealth. So like a druid healer, or 2 rogues if you have 2 DPS, or a boomkin and a rogue if you have 2 DPS. Some combination of that kind. The stealth is obviously the best way to do this. You have them cap mines if you start horde side, and they go to lighthouse to try to take it, and the rest of the team goes to waterworks. Obviously you want to try to get waterworks if you can, but the goal at waterworks is to keep the other team there, so your off team there can try to ninja cap that other base and maybe take it. You want to be watching for people that are trying to break off, maybe to go help that base once they call it out, slow them down. You're just trying to keep them engaged and spinning the waterworks blocks as long as you can too. If you can take it, even better, but usually when you have a couple people out of your team right away, especially if one of them's a healer, you're just trying to stay alive, and then you just want to make sure that a team has a chance to try to cap that base. So again, just to kind of recap, the resource rate has been increased in this battleground from what I've gathered just by watching. It's 5 points per tick for 2 bases, up from 3, and then 2 points per tick for 1 base, up from 1 point per tick. So, and like I said, it happens pretty much every second that the points tick. So, and then again, unlike Arathi Basin and Deepwind Gorge, these flags do not at any point go uncontrolled. So you're going to be making sure you need to defend these bases. You can't really ghost, because there's not going to be a little bubble around the flag protecting somebody from trying to capture it from you. So just keep all that stuff in mind. Be looking for those buffs around the map. They're extremely useful, especially the sight one for stealth if you're defending a base, or the shield can save you from maybe being killed. The stealth one can allow for non-stealth classes to maybe ninja a base, and then the cooldown one is especially useful for healers and stuff to get some of their big cooldowns off and keep you in the fight. Even for DPS for their big cooldowns as well, but healers it helps a lot too. So just keep an eye out for those as well. So the battle for Gilneas map is one that I enjoy a lot. One of the issues I do see with it is it's still pretty hard to come back from if the other team caps twice on you. So if the other team gets 2 caps, it's always hard to come back no matter what. You need to be pretty organized in your team. You need to be winning team fights. If you're losing team fights, it's really hard to try to take a base unless you can ninja one somewhere, which becomes hard too, because once you've been wiped, it's easier for the other team to kind of move back and forth between the 2 bases. So I think maybe they might want to implement the way it works in Arathi Basin and Deepwind. I think maybe that would be good. Kind of give an opportunity or maybe just have one base do that. Maybe it's just waterworks that becomes uncapped every once in a while. I don't know how you do it, but you want to keep kind of things going and give a team a shot at kind of being able to come back from the 2 cap. And I think there's a certain point of no return. Like if you've been 2 capped on and you can't seem to get a base, there's a point where there's no return, even if you 3 caps, unless you 3 cap, which becomes extremely hard. If you can't even get 2 bases, then 3 is going to be even harder. So there needs to be something kind of in play to allow for a little bit different counterplay, I guess, just from my experience. Team fights are really big in this unless you have a really good stealth team or something that's able to ninja bases. And if they have a tank sitting a base, like say on the alliance side, if they have a tank sitting lighthouse, then even your stealth team is going to be hard to get that base from them, or even a vengeance team and hunter get that base from them before they get reinforcements. So I just think there needs to be something else added in here to kind of stir things up a little bit. The increased resource rate is great. It makes the game faster. But it doesn't really change the map in the way I'd like to see change like it does in Arathi Basin and Deepwind Gorge. So again, I have one more map that I'm going to be doing for these BG Blitz map videos. That one will be out a couple days after this one releases, so just keep watching out for that. I have some other videos in mind related to BG Blitz that I want to do as well, so make sure you like, subscribe. Any questions, just comments, be sure to let me know. I'm pretty new to these videos, so just learning editing, like I've said before, and just how to kind of flow through these videos and without sounding too awkward. But I'm learning and I'm having fun, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you will be here for the next one as well.